Hello survivors, welcome to another the Serpent and the Crow. We're going to be playing with the Astrologer today, and we've got some really cool interesting things for you. So we start off with the Astrologer, which is arcane skills. We've got some cast time reduction, which is pretty cool. But what I did want to show you is we do actually have this, which is going to give us astral affinity. Our equipment gives us a lot of astral damage and knowledge, which is kind of what the Astrologer focuses on. So we're going to go with that. I do use all of these. I've got a plan for a future video playing with only fire. So, and that's going to be crazy because we do unlock something called conduits, which are these over here. And going for arcane to astrology is one of the conduits. So we're going to get something called, oh, perfect, a rune fragment. So we're going to get something to go from there. We're starting off with a 5-minute run. I don't remember it being 5 minutes, but whatever. Nice damage, and we get ourselves the status chance. No luck. Luck is so good here. Oh, that's huge. And it was a adept one, so we skipped 2 levels. So it goes apprentice, journeyman, adept, then expert, master, legendary. So I do want to try and get legendary luck before we do anything else. Oops, we need to put the auto aim on. I had it off because of something else I was doing, which hopefully I get the chance to show you guys, but it's all RNG, depending on if the game gives us that option or not. Alright, so we need to decide what our second astrology option will be. Right now we can do that. We do get Celestial Event, which I've never used before. So send forth the star that tears a hole in space-time, pulling in enemies. As you saw there, it said affinity at the top, but that's because of our astral affinity over there. And because these are all astral damage. So this is going to be cool. Oh, it creates a black hole. That's really cool. That's going to be quite important in terms of what it does. Just because we actually, remember I just showed you the conduit. We haven't unlocked it yet, but that conduit is going to be something that happens in the future anyway. So we are going to be applying those black holes, a chance to apply those black holes on kill, thanks to other things. So let's see. Yeah, you just get stuck in there so we can freely whack you in the face. Okay, I want to level up the luck. And you'll see what the luck does. It's actually pretty cool. What's going to occur is we're going to land up getting a chance that will say lucky roll. And there's a chance you can get from your very first upgrade, a legendary upgrade or legendary option. So that's going to allow us to level up super quickly. Get other options that maybe I've spent 5 or 6 level up points on to then use those, not have to spend those points on those things. So very, very strong. We only need 2 more points in there, so let's start going for Arcane Missile so we can start getting upgrades on it. And because all of our gear gives us plus arcane damage, along with our Ascension, which will unlock after round 2, those things are going to all add extra arcane damage or astral damage. So we want to try and get as much astral affinity as possible on all of our skills. It also does deal damage over time, so it just makes sense to grab it. Okay, we did get a rune fragment, which means we can get our leveled up HP rune. So I have leveled up an HP rune, and that's going to help us survive a little bit easier without having to worry about not being hit by absolutely everything, because otherwise our HP rune is sitting on 100. The melee character's got way much more HP because I believe strength goes into HP scaling as well. The more strength you have, the more HP you get. I could be wrong there. The character itself could just have a lot of HP. That could be the other thing. So I'm just going to assume the character itself has a lot of HP and the stats only affect the scaling of the skills, not any other statistic of the characters. So we'll see. Otherwise, knowledge is probably supposed to be XP gain, but I don't believe that is the case. Alright, we only need 1 more level and we got this maxed out. So 3 levels in total and we get our first conduit. We'll try and get it pretty quickly. I would like to spend some points on cooldown reduction if possible. but we'll see what happens. Cooldown reduction and cast speed are going to be the most important things for everything in this round, or everything in this build. Just because, as you can see, the skills do take a really long time to occur, especially the new one that we've got, the Celestial Event. So grabbing ourselves a lot of cast frequency and cooldown definitely makes a big difference. Okay, let me just auto-target these things so we can kill them a lot quicker. There we go. I mean, it's so easy to actually defeat them. We just gotta actually hit them. Alright, and we get more parchment. Parchment's very, very good. That allows you to unlock all the different skills in the game. So we've unlocked all of the astral skills. There's a lot of them we haven't used before. Let's just get our Conduit up and running. We need one more level. Man, I did a run just like before I started recording over here, and we landed up. Okay, so here's the Conduit. Channel and command astral energies to summon a black hole. That's 15% chance on kill. So the same thing that's happening with the actual celestial event creating a black hole. You'll start to see that occurring more often now. And that's 15% on kill for that black hole to occur, and it has nothing to do with the celestial event. It has to do with that Conduit, and it's on any kill with any skill. So it's pretty OP, pretty strong. It does do some, it doesn't do damage, but it is very good at keeping enemies at bay. So, you know, I think it's really nice to have. Oh, look at that. There was a rune fragment over here. Ow. Okay, we can go and pick up astral damage. There we go. Oh, but it's such a low chance. Yeah, we will do it, even though it's a low chance. And then we need to just stay away from being hit by this guy. There is a reroll here, so we want to pick that up quickly. But we do quite a lot of damage, so there is that as well. Ow. I'm just trying to move away from the red circle. By the way, that red circle, you can't actually move out of it. So I did some homework. I know the other day, yesterday we spoke about it. We're actually going to go here. Not that one. This which empty slot was it? Not that one, the first one. So we actually get 0.3 health regen. That's perfect. And we also get, I believe this gives me pickup range. That's also amazing. So there's our 2 rune fragments. That's why we went for it. Now this is strength. This is knowledge. So we're going to go for the knowledge, of course, because we are smarty pants. And we'll go from there. We do have the pickup range now, so we don't necessarily need to look for magnets. However, picking or going over to a magnet does help, because it does allow us to break other interactables and get free stats, like that 3 dexterity over there. And 3 HP. Alright, I think what we need to do right now is use our level ups to get some other skills and other things out there. So let's see what we can get going. So we need to look at grabbing some other traits over here. There's cooldown reduction. I will take that. That is definitely going to help us. We do get a lot of cooldown reduction on our ascension, which is at the next level of our ascension. I'll show you that at the end of the run, so stay tuned for that if you hear me or are still watching. Stay tuned for that because we are looking for it. It's going to be amazing. It's very, very useful as well. It gives you extra bonus stats. It makes it do more damage. It's just, it's pretty much, the ascensions give you additional bonus damage and things like that. So it just makes sense to pick them up when you can. Also, what is our dash? It doesn't have a typing. Let's go over here. We've got dodge chance. Dodge chance could be pretty good. But I actually want to re-roll here. Oh, we got a lucky roll. We don't use anything that's strength scaling as far as I know. Okay, cast time reduction. Perfect. Wasn't a lucky roll. We had to roll past the lucky roll, unfortunately. It is what it is, but now that we got cast time reduction, and it was expert level, so 2 levels more, and it becomes legendary, maxed out, which will actually show you just how big of a difference it makes to skills. So it is a really, really big thing to actually pick up. So I'm actually really, really glad we got it, and then we'll do the cooldown reduction of the skills as well. And you'll see just how big of a difference it makes having those stats compared to other things. So those and critical strike chance and critical damage are massive bonuses to your characters. So definitely worth grabbing them. Did we pick up the reroll? I didn't see us pick it up. Let's go deal with these guys. Okay. We do got... Okay, wait. Let's go grab another skill. Ooh, it went straight to legendary. Look at that. We don't even need to level it up. That is beautiful. And then the last one over here, we can actually get something like fire. But a good example here, we got 4.67 cooldown reduction. If we go and we level this up, so it goes from 4.67 and we got 10%, so it went up to 4.13. So hopefully we can get that even lower. Hopefully we're lucky enough to pick up a cooldown reduction on the skill itself, because if we can do that, then we will be in an insanely good position. But let's see what happens. A lot of XP being gathered, which is fantastic. There's a lot of rerolls, which is great as well. Alright, so we've got these at Master. This is Astral. This one's not much more we can do there. I would like to go Luck there. That's perfect. Cooldown reduction over here to Master is 25%. So this is now sitting at 3.58, a 6.50. If we can get cooldown reduction on the Celestial event, that might make it a little bit better. Right now it seems a bit meh. There are still other ones that we haven't seen as well, which we're hoping to get as well. But because we have affinity, we are guaranteed to grab an astral skill. So we'll see what happens. Also, I do apologize if you can hear some weed whackers in the distance. We do have the gardeners here today, so... Okay, additional cooldown reduction, literally 0. It says 75%, but it puts the cooldown at 0. That's very interesting. But I'm not complaining, I'm happy to have permanent skill uptime. We got one more skill to put here, but I want to get the cast frequency up and the cooldown. So cooldown there, we need one more level for the cast frequency, and then we should be able to get the skills. Because of being able to get legendary skills right off the bat, we have been fortunate to not have to spend that amount of points on them as well. So again, like we said when we originally got the luck, being able to get those lucky rolls on stuff saves us a lot of points for the future, which it did. I think we need a magnet though now. Oh, there is magnets down here along with gold and other things, so let's go down this way and see them all in the corner over here flashing. Okay, we got 1 point. We can put it over here. What is the trait we get? We get pickup range. I'm going to go movement speed. I haven't played with movement speed before, and I think it can help us against the final boss as well, being able to move away from him and the rings. Definitely going to be quite helpful. We got gold over here, we got XP. And let's see what our final astral skill is going to be. We get Spirit Lance, which is death. Oh man. But it's strength scaling. We do get the fiery discus. Wait. Okay, we got Guarding Star, which I've never used before, but if we re-roll, there is a chance... Oh man, we didn't get it. Okay, wait, we can still re-roll. Oh, it's legendary. Oh, this is expert now. Do you know what? As much as I want to do this, because it's going to give us something massive, I'm just going to go and get the Guarding Stars instead. I've never used the skill, so it's going to be interesting. It says release a spinning star that rotates around you, shredding enemies. And yes, that is perfect for me and what I do to bosses and the way that I cart. So I'm very happy with that. I think that was a good choice I made. I mean, it was a bit of a wasted choice. Also, we need to just get to this this magnet before we get the red circle. Also, there was a rune fragment there, so that's fantastic. And then move up. Okay, we do have to move because of the red circle. So the red circle doesn't do anything to you, but it does force you into a single position, so that you have to fight within the circle now. It's not really that big of a deal. It's pretty simple. It's just the final boss is the hardest one to deal with that whole thing. Okay, so none of these are in the game just yet. It's going to be quite exciting to see what the Necromancer does, but as you can see, we get the Astronomancer, which gives us knowledge, crit damage, astral damage, elemental mitigation. The next level of it gives us cooldown reduction as well. Let's see what we can forge over here. We've got Venom Holy. Maybe we can unlock an astral damage one. Death damage. We can... Okay, we don't have any more, but you could spend more of those to re-roll that to get what it is that you're looking for. We do have 2 points to put in here. I think... Let's try one roll here and see what we get. I think health regen's a pretty good one. And then we need to get this to legendary and start looking at cooldown reduction and things for them. Okay, knowledge. Yeah, we got enough gold. And now we've got another discus that spawns around us because of our ascension. So lots of astral damage occurring. If we went for fire, that fire discus skill, we would have had another conduit. But I really wanted to be thematic here and just play with astral and see where it took us. So let's go level that up. Guarding Star, max level. A lot of the astral skills, I think, except for this, maybe this one's not. No, it is knowledge scaling. It's got knowledge and strength. Yeah, okay, so this has double scaling. So you can use it on the melee character as well. So those are dual scaling skills. So sometimes on every single one of those, what are they called? Affinities have multiple scaling options. So like you can get the rapier, which is a melee, but it will have scaling for dexterity as well. Or like there you got the astral blade, which has some strength scaling as well. So when you're playing with the melee character, you can still take that skill and still have it deal quite a decent amount of damage because it's scaling with another skill. Over here, they've got a very low cast time and that's bonus projectiles, so that's pretty cool. Let's see what we can get going over here. Obviously, astral damage saved us a lot of points over there, and we actually get 100% status chance as well, being a lucky roll. However, I feel like we do need the cast time reduction or the cooldown reduction, so I'm going to take this one just because we've got a 100% chance for it. It saves us a lot of levels. And our damage isn't necessarily focused on the skill. We've already got the cooldown and cast speed reduction from other means, so we don't have to necessarily focus on it. We can just be silly and grab whatever the game gives us. Although I don't advise doing that, but I'll do it just because we can. And let's see what our final option for the skill is going to be. We didn't get anything lucky, so we can go with cooldown reduction over there. Cooldown was high, so we're going to get that up and see just what the difference is going to be. So that's fine. The cast speed was pretty decent. The cooldown reduction is where we needed extra points, so we got what we needed to get. But just as a good example, we're on 3.8 seconds, an extra 10% puts us at 2.69. So we should go down to nearly 1 second or lower cooldown reduction on the speed, on the actual skill. What I do want to do is actually level up our Astral Blade. It does so much damage. I don't know why I'm sitting on it, not leveling it. Okay, another level over there. And what are you giving me as a reward? We got Codex tokens. Codex tokens are what's needed to level up your ascensions, so getting those as a reward is actually really, really good for us. We get dexterity, which we don't need. And we got some level ups, so let's level this up. 1, 2, 3, and it went down to a 1.16 second cooldown reduction. So if we got cast speed as well, like I probably should have, which was probably the right choice, but we then would have needed like another 5 levels to level everything up. We would have a really, actually it looks like it is up 24/7 now, so don't need the cooldown, the cast speed. Excuse me. Okay, that worked perfectly actually. The damage is okay on the skill. It's not like amazing damage, but what's really nice about it is constant damage. And we just need to focus on where we're moving. Okay, let's go for the Astral Blade upgrades now. We get the Astral Affinity Chance, which is fine. Every skill's getting that. And then we get Area Scale, which is actually something I was looking for. So now the sword is going to be massive. Oh, that is huge. Okay, that's crazy. What else do we get for it? Nothing legendary, so we actually... oh man, I didn't see what its cooldown was. Let's re-roll. Okay, I'm going to take the cooldown reduction. Yeah, it's got a high cooldown, so we want to lower that. Get that sword smacking all the time. We're gonna need, I think, like 5 levels though to max it out, but it is what it is. Not so interested in the Celestial one because we've got Black Hole. That's kind of the same thing. The only thing is Black Hole doesn't do damage as far as I know, it just drags the enemies into it. But hey, that does not matter too much. Okay, we've got a magnet down here. Let's go and grab it. There we go. There's a shrine here as well. Have I picked this up? No, we haven't. 100% critical strike chance. We need 2 more levels, or 1 more level. There we go. Those big XP gains that we get are very, very handy. Okay, we got the 5 levels, so let's go and drop that. And it is now on a 0.91 second cooldown. So yeah, that's pretty OP. Okay, Tamed Abominations, they're actually the easiest boss fights, to be honest. I don't know why this is the second, this should be the first or the second boss fight, to be honest. Because they literally, their moves are easier to dodge than anything else in the game. Literally, that's it. As far as I know, you could actually even just stand still and you wouldn't be having any issues with them. And when they all cast at the exact same time, it's even better for us because they all cast in the same place as well, so you don't even need to move that much. Just as a good example there, but we did get hit. Impact, I don't know if I mentioned this, but Impact is insanely good against these enemies for astral skills, just because of the way that they work, and because your very first astral skill actually hits so often. Grabbing Impact on it is actually fantastic. We got quite a lot of parchment. I want to go grab these codex entries, so that's something we can look at. And then we can look at getting points over here for this. Area scale, no, I want Impact if possible. There we go, chance on Impact. So that's what our next couple of levels are going to be focused on now as well. Okay, we get a rune fragment on the final level. I mean, really. Alright, this final boss is a bit weird. Sometimes it goes down super quickly, sometimes he just takes forever and doesn't die. So if we don't beat him, it's not the end of the world. At least we had a fun time getting here. Okay, we got some HP for free. We got the cooldown reduction on the 0. It would have been cool if the astral, the things surrounding us could multiply based on, you know, the cast speed. Like if the duration, like kind of like Soulstone Survivor is like a multicast sort of thing. So if the duration exceeded the cooldown or whatever the case may be, you would have multiple of them spawning. But then again, it would be way too strong, I think. So I guess that's why they don't do it. Although it doesn't do that much damage, so it's not like it's that strong. Okay, there's quite a lot of stuff down here at the bottom left. Just a refresh and a magnet. There's this big XP over there. We do have 4 points. Let's get our last modification. Cooldown reduction, is that necessary? Status chance. Oh, status chance is actually better because I think this is a status. It counts as a status, so. Oh no, it doesn't count as a status. Okay, mistakes were made. But Astral has its own status, so it's fine. It works on that. But you can see the explosions on Impact is very, very good with the Astral missile because we shoot so many missiles and each missile can individually explode, as you can see. So, you know, for me, it is really, really good, in my opinion at least. Let's defeat these clowns. There's one down. This one's nearly done so. There we go. He's done so. Where's the third, fourth one? There we go. Give me codex tickets or entries or whatever it's called. Oh, it did actually give me codex tokens. Look at that. Alright, we actually have 5 more points now. Oops, we don't want that. We want this first. Then we'll do the astral. And now each projectile or arcane missile is going to give impact, and it's also going to cause astral, or the man, I can't remember what it's called now, but astral has a status effect with it. Like, as you can see, this enemy is covered in it. It's called moonshine or something. I can't remember the exact name. Maybe it's in statistics. It's just astral damage. There was a name for it, but anyway, it's not that important what the name is. What's important is getting all these levels. Fantabulous. Okay, we got 3 more knowledge. We got a minute left. There is a nice XP upgrade over there, but the thing is, we don't really need it. We are level 56 right now. A minute and a half of us sitting in the same place is pretty much guaranteed to give us like another 2 levels. As long as we pick up all those big XPs from the clowns on the balls. So we did get 2 more levels, like I mentioned. So we got 3 points to spend. What do? We got astral over here that we haven't done. We've got movement speed, health regen is probably the most important one. Because when we fight that boss, we're going to want our HP going up as quickly as possible. I love the fact that we have so much cast frequency on the Astral Blade, and it has this massive AoE. Alright, let's deal with this ringleader. And we can't see anything because of all the impact occurring on him and the other enemies. Yeah, this is the only problem. It does so much damage to us. Oh, do you know what? I just realized we can level up our dash, reduce its cooldown and its cast speed. The reduced cooldown on dash will be very good for us. I cannot see anything. He is nearly dead. Okay, we need to be in the circle now, which is tiny. As you can see, we can't leave the circle, you can't see it. But if you play the demo and you try and move out of the circle, it does stop you. What is nice about that though is it does allow me to kind of like go along the circle there and not worry about it. It doesn't do damage to us, so we're not really stressed about whether or not we can or can't move in and out of it. And he should be very dead very soon. And we did it. Look at that. We are amazing. So Arcane Missile dealing a total of 7 million damage. We got 550 or 550,000. Astral Blade 4.6 million. And then 1.7 million on Guarding Stars. We've got quite a lot of gold from that. A lot of these points and so on and so forth. I just want to quickly show you guys something. So we did mention this over here. So if we go to Ascensions and you look at this, we can level it up again and we get more knowledge going forward from there. But we're going to do the Death Knight over here because we are going to be using him in the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.